Yamma gwala cheche, acheche le murao. Uyaruna babilu teta koke. Yamma gwala cheche, acheche le murao. Uyaruna babilu teta koke. Uyaruna, 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 uyaruna babilu teta koke. Uyaruna. Acheche le murao, uyaruna bapilu teta koke. Yamma gwala cheche, acheche le murao, uyaruna bapilu teta koke. Uyaruna, 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 uyaruna bapilu teta koke. Uyaruna. Acheche le murao, uyaruna bapilu teta koke. Yamma gwala cheche, acheche le murao, uyaruna bapilu teta koke. Uyaruna, 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 uyaruna bapilu teta koke. Uyaruna. soyamengawe Thixo soyamengawe Thixo nakuleni ngxokolo soyamengawe Thixo 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 soyamengawe Thixo soyamengawe Thixo nakuleni
my mother never refused to see me. That is, she never refused to receive me, for it was many a long day since she had seen anything at all. I shall try and speak calmly. We were so old, she and I. She had had me so young that we were like a couple of old cronies, sexless, unrelated. It's the same memories, the same rancors, the same expectations. She never called me son. Now, fortunately, I couldn't have borne it, but Dan. I don't know why. My name is not Dan. Dan was my father's name, perhaps. Yes, perhaps she took me for my father. I took her for my mother, and she took me for my father. Dan, do you remember the day I saved the swallow? Dan, do you remember the day you buried the ring? I remembered. I mean, I knew more or less what she was talking about. And if I had never taken part personally in the scenes she evoked, it was just as if I had. I called her Mag when I had to call her something. And I called her Mag because for me, without my knowing why, the letter G abolished the syllable ma, and as it were, spat upon it better than any other letter would have done. And at the same time, I satisfied a deep and doubtless unacknowledged need. The need to have a ma, that is a mother, and to proclaim it audibly. For before you say mag, you say ma, inevitably. And da, in my part of the world, means father. Besides, for me, the question did not arise. I mean the question as to whether to call her Mag, or the Countess Kaka, she having been for countless years deaf as a post. I think she was quite incontinent, both of feces and water. But a kind of prudishness made us avoid the topic when we met, and I could never be certain of it. In any case, it can't have amounted to much. A few wetted goat droppings every 2 or 3 days. No, she knew it was me by my smell. Her shrunken, hairy old face lit up. She was happy to smell me. She jabbered away with a rattle of dentures, and most of the time didn't realize what she was saying. Anybody but me would have been lost in that clattering gabble. And in any case, I didn't come to listen to her. I got into communication with her by knocking on her skull. 1 knock meant yes. 2, no. 3, I don't know. 4, money. 5, goodbye. Oh, I was hard put to ram this code into her ruined and frantic understanding, but I did it in the end. That she should confuse yes, no, I don't know, and goodbye was all the same to me. I confused them myself. But that she should associate the 4 knocks with anything but money was something to be avoided at all costs. During the period of training, therefore, as I administered the 4 knocks on her skull, I stuck a banknote under her nose, or in her mouth. In the innocence of my heart, for she seemed to have lost, if not absolutely all notion of menstruation, then at least the faculty of counting beyond 2. It was too far for her, yes. The distance was too great, from 1 to 4. By the time she got to the 4th knock, she must have thought she was only at the 2nd, the first 2 having been erased from her memory. She must have thought I was saying no to her this whole time, whereas nothing was further from my purpose. Enlightened by these discoveries, I looked for and finally found a more effective means of putting the idea of money into her skull. This involved in replacing the 4 knocks of my index knuckle by 1 or 2, according to my needs, thumps of the fist to her skull. That she understood. In any case, I didn't come for her money. Well, I took her money, but I didn't come for it. My mother, I don't think too harshly of her. I know she did all she could not to have me. Except, of course, the one thing. And if she never succeeded in getting me unstuck, it was fate that earmarked me for less compassionate sues. But it was well meant, and that's enough for me. No, it is not enough for me. But I forgive her, though she is my mother, for what she tried to do for me. I should add that with this blind, deaf, old, mad woman who called me Dan and who I called mad, and with her alone No, I can't say it. I mean, I could say it, but I won't say it. I could say it easily, because it wouldn't be true. What did I ever see of her? A head always, hands sometimes, arms rarely. A head always, veiled with hair, wrinkles, filth, slobber. A head that darkened the air. My mother. To think she is probably in paradise, she was so good. Let me go to hell, that's all I ask for, and to go on cursing her there. And for her to look down and hear me, or that should take some of the shine off her bliss. Oh yes, I believe all their blather about the life to come cheers me up. An unhappiness like mine, there's no annihilating that. Oh, I know I too shall cease and be as when I was not yet. That makes me happy. Often now my murmur falters and dies, and I weep for happiness and for love of this old earth that has carried me so long, and whose uncomplainingness shall soon be mine. This poor old lousy old earth, my earth, and my father's, and my mother's, and my father's fathers, and my mother's mothers, and my father's mothers, and my mother's fathers, and my father's mother's fathers, and my mother's father's mothers, and my father's mother's mothers, and my mother's father's fathers, and my father's father's mothers, and my mother's mother's fathers, and my father's father's fathers, and my mother's mother's mothers, and other people's fathers and mothers, and their fathers' fathers, and their mothers' mothers, and their fathers' mothers, and their mothers' fathers, and their fathers' mothers' fathers, and their mothers' fathers' mothers, and their fathers' fathers' mothers, and their mothers' mothers' fathers, and their fathers' fathers' fathers, and their mothers' mothers' mothers, an excrement. And if I could begin it all over again, knowing what I know now, the result would be the same. And if I could begin it over a third time, knowing what I would know then, the result would still be the same. And if I could begin it over 100 times, each time knowing a bit more than the time before, the result will always be the same. A cat's flux! accursed fornicator! Now let's get it over. They gave birth astride a grave. The light gleams an instant, and then it is night once more. Well, there we are. There I am. That's enough.
He was walking up the street with his material. All the women came out to see what he had. He had so many ideas bursting in his head. Number one, the place that sold me this also sells feathers and fluff for cushions. You buy it by the box. So we are going to make these cushions complete ourselves. have a sewing machine? No. But I can buy one. No. You have given your share. The machine comes out of the profits. Maybe in a month or so, then you can do some stitching while I sell. I don't know how to sew. So you learn. Other women can, you can. You are the same as them. Breakfast? I got something cooking. Bring it in. Nothing can break today, Johnny, even if you came home with nothing sold. It's just that I am so happy. But isn't this your big night? Payday. What do you mean? The shebeen. I'd forgotten. There's big money in it. You said so yourself last night. Big money. Did you have to remind me? We can celebrate tomorrow. No, this is our day. And I am not going to let a lot of bums bugger it up. You saw what it was like last night, and tonight it is going to be worse. The whole place full of them, moaning and slobbering until it drives you mad. Take it easy, Queenie. Take it easy. I have taken it far too long, and it hasn't been easy. And I am not taking it tonight, Johnny. The shebeen can go to hell tonight. These people are your customers. That's not good for business, Queenie. You want to keep the shebeen. And what if I don't? You know, I'm hungry. When you are excited like this, you don't get time to think about food. That's my job. Cooking for me. I like it. You know, I have never cooked for a man before. Nobody has cooked any food for me. No one. That's what I said. Your girlfriend never had one. You are joking. I'm not. Why? I've never looked for one. When you get around to it, what are you going to look for? Lots of things. Tell me, she is going to be clean. Clean. Live and think clean. You can always wash your hands or your face or your feet. But your mind, could you wash that if you got to thinking dirt or living like it? You know, Queenie, I have touched real filth once. Never again. You had it tough, Johnny. No more, no less than any man with a black skin. The trouble is, a little means so damn much if you think and feel a lot. But there I go again, talking about my troubles. Tell me about yourself, Queenie. You know, I don't even know your real name. Rose. Why do you run away from it? Who said anything about running away? Well, why did you drop it? People started calling me Queenie. It stuck. I am going to call you Rose. Don't. It's as good as Queenie. Please, Johnny, don't. Oh, okay. Let's just say I like Queenie better. Queenie, you've been here long. 4 or 5 years. Does that sound long? Maybe it is, but there's been nothing in it. Nothing I couldn't tell you in less than a minute. I got fatter, certainly richer, but there's nothing else to it. Do you know what is the secret to keeping alive, Johnny? You tell me. It is to keep wanting things. Then I have a long life ahead of me. That's what I mean. You will always be doing things, thinking up new ideas, and that is going to keep you going. Me, I just rolled over and I died. Isn't there anything you want, Queenie?
ufunge. Ndiyawufunga ndithini? Oh. Okay. I swear I will tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. Enkosi.
Iyakhala ingane yami iyamemeza.
Bush. I will see this one Barnett, straight Barnett. Oh, so. I know, I swear. I swear I will tell the truth. Yes, the whole truth. So help me God. I swear I will tell the truth. So help me God. Bendilinda ujwara. Ewe. Into nje ukuthi why ndisalindile? Oh, a handsome gentleman was approaching my direction. Your worship, why nomtsalano ke lo muntu? Afana nawe nje. Your worship. Ujaha kafiki ngokuthi mina ngibona indoda ngathi nanku kufumene umsebenzi ke. Yazilungisa. Well, he went past me. He didn't even greet me. Your worship. That daughter smell man is kamnandi man. That's it. Ndava ndikonkoza nje wayebethula ndawo. Your worship. No, what I heard, I heard noises. And I turned. And I started seeing people running away from the noise and others running towards the noise. Now I was one of those people who just looked from a distance. Yes, your worship. No. Man figure there were two bodies, bloody bodies. And the accused, he had a tie. There was no knife. It was only a tie. I only saw a tie. I am a hustler, your worship. Yeah, that's my job. I sell bicycle tickets. Yeah, at a too. Yeah, it's a bicycle place, your worship. No, Pastor. Every day I'm there. Yes, selling tickets. Oh, your worship. Now let me tell you. You see, as I was standing there selling tickets, I saw a guy. That guy, your worship. A top together. Handsome guy. What the ball? Una to the your worship. Rashushi shine outside. Yes, your honor. No. You know what? No, he went past me. He greeted me and I greeted him. I just said, sure. Yes, your honor. No, sometime after he had just passed me, I had Yeah, noises. You see, yeah, people were screaming, those kind of things, your worship. Yeah. And when I turned, the other people were running away. Others were running to the noise. I mean, it's looting time. I thought they are looting, so I had to run to the noise. No, I was there. I was here, your worship. I was going to the noise. Like I was going, your worship. Like I was going. As I was going, I was about to enter the main entrance of AA2. When I went up the stairs, and when I arrived, there were two bodies. Blood. Yes, Your Honor. No, the accused had a tie. There was no knife. No, only a tie. Yeah. No, it's not there. Only a tie. Yes, a tie.
One by one, each witness gave their testimony. Then came the accused.
Sorry, Your Worship, can I jump in before the accused? Thank you. It was on a Saturday. I was on my way to purchase a newspaper. Well, I'm an avid reader, Your Honor. Yes. Well, I can categorically and vehemently say I have seen the accused on that day. Oh, he was gentlemanly clean. He greeted me with a gesture, and I responded with a gesture. Well, a minute or two after he has just passed me, I heard some noises. I can vividly remember that noise. It was like music, Your Honor. There was soprano, alto, tenor, and baritone in it. Yes, Your Worship. Well, when I turned around, I saw the accused. He had a brawl with the two deceased. He was swaying and swaying and swaying like a sumarai from the east. And when the swaying ended, there were two bodies on the ground. Blood. Yes, Your Honor. No, there was no knife. I clearly saw a tie.
Iyakhala ingane yami iyamemeza.
It was Saturday, Your Honor. A beautiful one. Now, I took out my best clothes. I had a date at AA2. Yeah, I was taking her out to watch a bicycle. Yes, Your Worship. No, I took out my best shoes. I took a polish, water, a cloth, and started shining my shoes. Well, around 5, Your Honor, was ready to go. I dressed up, Your Honor. Well, as I was walking down the street to go to AA2, there were admirers who were greeting me. Sabona Pracho, hola hola, hola hola. Hey Pracho, hola. Oh Joe man, but Joe salama sweet. I'll bring you sweet thing award, yes, Your Honor. No. Well, all eyes were on me. Oh, Your Honor, you know when you dress up, you dress up. Yes. No, there were a lot of people, I can't even remember them. Well, as I was approaching the main entrance, Your Honor, I climbed the steps and I saw them. Yes. Deceased number 1. He said to me, when am I giving him some? I ignored him, Your Honor. And deceased number 2, which is Prijo, said to me, I smell nice and I look nice. When is he getting some? No, I know them, Your Honor. We did some time together in jail. No, some time ago. The thing is they used to. No, they used to rape me, Your Honor. Yes, the other one would hold me down while the other is penetrating me. The other would hold me down when another one is penetrating me. The other one would hold me down and the other would penetrate me. The other one would hold me down and the other is penetrating me. And the other one would hold me down and the other... You see, Your Honor, you see? You can't even take it to Can you imagine it happening to me every day? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry. No. All I remember, Your Honor, was I had noises. I had people screaming. And when I opened my eyes, there were two bloody bodies on the floor, and I had a tie. No, Your Honor, I did not have a knife. It was a tie. I swear, no knife. Your Honor, it was a tie.
Welcome aboard the Aurora. Welcome aboard the Brooks. Welcome aboard the Clottida. Welcome aboard the Hannibal. Welcome aboard the Isabella. Welcome aboard the African Queen. Welcome aboard the Laughing Mary. Welcome aboard the Wanderer. Welcome aboard the Zong. Good afternoon. I'm Miss Petronella, and I will be serving you and showing you around the ship. I would like to begin by congratulating all of you who have successfully secured a place on the ship. Well done. This is a great achievement, and I think it deserves a round of applause. I think it deserves a round of applause. This is an expedition like you have never experienced, and the beginning of your lifetimes. We are departing this dark continent and will be making stops at beautiful islands such as Sao Tome, Jamaica, and the West Indies. Some of you lucky folks will even see the Americas and Europe. Some of your own friends and family will never get the chance to travel and see the world. But this amazing opportunity is truly yours. We usually carry about 150 passengers on board, but we have carried the extra mile just for you. We have just over 400 passengers, so we ask that you be kind with space and be nice to each other. We will be crossing the Atlantic at unexpected speeds, so you must wear your shackles at all times. To put on your shackles, take your right hand and cross the metal ring across your left hand like so. Repeat the action by using your left hand to secure the right. Should you be unruly or rebellious, you will be shackled at your ankles and be bound at your necks and ears. We encourage good behavior on board. Please note that all of your jewelry and clothing has been put away in a safe place. We also have a lost and found box, so if you are missing any fingers, toes, ears, or genitals, please collect them before they are disposed of. We have a lovely selection of activities on board. Our resident barber will make sure that your heads are shaved at all times. He does tend to get excited, so if any heads are removed, you can also find them in the lost and found box. Just kidding. Also on deck, you will have the opportunity to sing and dance. With these activities, you have the option of being flogged. When flogged, please be considerate to our cleaning crew and keep skin tearing and bleeding minimal. The emergency exit can be found there, but will be locked at all times for your safety. Therefore, in the unlikely case of an emergency, be comforted in knowing that the crew will be safe. Please keep your screams minimal. The bathroom facilities can be found all around you, so feel free to relieve yourself at any time from wherever you are. If at any time you feel seasick, please alert the crew so that they can move out of the way. We hope that the smell reminds you of home. We ask that you please refrain from call and response singing between cabins, as this sort of thing can lead to rebellion. And of course, no speaking of African, no praying to old gods, no native name calling, and no dying. Also, no chit-chatting, no eye contact, and absolutely no positive thoughts. Please mind the pigs and do not be alarmed at the presence of bedbugs, cockroaches, fleas, and rats. They are very friendly and may sometimes nibble at your flesh. However, they mean no harm. We have a great selection on our menus, such as rice, 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 some more rice, beans, and water. We are rationed, so we encourage sharing and fasting. But remember, no dying. If there is anything I can do to make the middle passage more pleasant, give me a shout, and I will be with you faster than you can say, "Go down, Moses. Go 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 down, Moses." Thank you for choosing the Aurora, the Brooks, the Clotilda, the Hannibal, the Isabella, the African Queen, the Laughing Mary, the Wanderer, and the Zong. Here's to hoping you arrive alive and have a pleasant journey.
Take about 10 minutes break, and then the guest performance will be on the stage.